I've heard some mothers, God bless these mothers. That's my baby. Now look, he done stole out of your purse, but for I don't know how many times. When I say that, now I'm gonna put a pin here. Now you pray for him and you buy all this thing, but don't you get that boy a key to your house. Now if he done stole out your purse, right? Nah, you leave him there, and you go to work Monday morning. Before you turn the corner at your neighborhood, you know what you're gonna hear? He back in the truck. And he's gonna clean you out. What I'm saying, we gotta be responsible with this love. The fact is that because their life is not right, you don't have to say, well, I'm gonna bear all things and just say, come on, baby. No, that's not what it's talking about here in 1 Corinthians. We are responsible for loving that person, but that just don't mean open the door and let them have at it here. So what we got right now, we bear in all things, we believe in all things, and most of all, we're going to hope in all things. That means we never cease to hope. In other words, it expects good to eventually triumph and to gain victory, no matter how difficult the victory may seem. A football team down 48-0 at halftime. Looks like an impossible situation. Most of the time it is. But here's the fact is, in our lives, when we've tried to love and we got kicked in the teeth and things didn't go our way, it was 48-0 in your life. But the beauty of this thing is that it was just halftime. That's the beauty of halftime. You get to realign this thing and get your strength and get prayed up and get back out there on that field because you got another half to go. And I know you're going to have victory because if Christ lives in you, you already have the victory. And you can always hope. Let me explain something to you here. The fact is that you are down. I'm not going to discount that. I'm not going to say, oh boy, yeah, it's going to be okay. Yeah, sure enough, you're down. But the fact is, with Christ, you coming back because you have that agape love living within you. And the fact is, you can't lose with what Christ leaves. Last but not least, love endures all things. Oh, here's the one, y'all. This one just slap me all upside the head. The word hupomeni is a military word. That's in the Greek. It's a military word meaning to stand against the attack of the enemy. Let me make it plain for you. The Alamo. Remember the Alamo? Those guys were outnumbered, but you know what? They fought to a man to the end. They were under constant attack, but they didn't give up, even though they were outnumbered. They fought to the very last man. And we can take that right out of scripture here. When love seems to be going wrong in your life, or your wife ain't acting right, husband ain't right, kids ain't crazy, but you're going to say, I'm going to endure to the end. Because see, that's how it is with just agape love, is that you don't quit. That love does not quit. It endures, it keeps on, even when you don't want to. Say, Lord, fix me. Fix me inside because you endure for me. But you know what I've discovered is that I can endure because he endured. And since he endured for us. And the fact is, y'all, somebody had to endure for me. And if you look at yourself, you see, you know what? Brother Scott, right? Somebody had to endure for me too. So when you get somebody that look like they just ain't going to make it, first of all, remember Corinthians 13, that you got to bear up under that thing. Pray for them. And once you bear up under that thing, you're going to believe the best, even when it looks bad. And when it's still looking bad, you got to endure to the end. Because that's the key. That's the glue that makes this thing come together. And then in verse 8a, I'm going to go further than 8, but my time is about up. Love never fails. All right. This is what helped me to curve. As long as God's grace is still operative.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No failure is final. I don't care how outnumbered you look, how they say you ain't gonna make it, how your marriage is too messed up, your kids ain't gonna never get off crack. Look, as long as God's grace is still active. And you know how I know it's still active? We still here. We still here. And as long as there's hope for us, there's hope for you. Oh, don't give up on them, because love never fails. And the reason I know love never fails, I first started out talking about songs. I'm going to finish up with one. I'm going to go to old school song. Way back in the late 60s, early 70s. I know that, look, love never fails because God never fails. And it went like this. God never fails. God never fails. If you just keep the faith, God never fails. That's what I want to leave you with. I don't care what it's looking like in your life. I don't care how bad, how dark it's looking. Satan is telling you, you ain't going to make it. Ain't no sense in loving him. Loving he ain't going to change. She ain't going to change. Remember, Brother Mark told you, God never fails. Thank you so much.